leaders and representatives of teacher unions across the continent, friends, fellow participants, teachers and comrades. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this important discussion on World Teachers' Day. I don't need to remind this audience of the importance of acknowledging the vital importance of the work performed by the teachers across the world on a daily basis. They are key to providing knowledge and skills to our children in a rapidly changing economic and technological environment. They are part of the wider socialization and social protection of our children, often working in difficult conditions of poverty, war, and disease. The World Teachers' Day takes place against a backdrop of global devastation wrought by the coronavirus pandemic and economic destruction which came in its wake. The theme of today, Teachers Leading the Crisis, Reimagining the Future, reminds us of two things. Teachers are also leaders in their schools where they bear responsibility for a well-being of learners, but also in communities, especially where there is poverty and high levels of illiteracy. Teachers are called upon to be ambassadors and educators in the fight against COVID-19. The theme also reminds us that the pandemic has speeded up the technological changes that were already underway. What we often refer to as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the 4IR, it brings with its great opportunities. Indeed, that is why we are able to hold this commemoration through the virtual technologies. But like the previous industrial revolutions, it comes with the potential for social upheaval as the nature of work is transformed. Teachers need to be part of that debate, reimagining the future. It will impact what is taught and how. Of course, teachers only lead if they receive the necessary support. It is the responsibility of government to stand by all their citizens during times of crisis. This is about protecting our children and protecting education as the main driver of the future socio-economic well-being of our people. In practical terms, this means governments must ensure that teachers and citizens are paid or receive income support during the pandemic and any lockdown. Government must inspect schools and workplaces and enforce health and safety regulations required to protect against the virus. This is particularly the case as learners return to school. It also means that we provide teachers and learners with necessary PPEs. I also believe that governments cannot beat the pandemic on their own. Now is the time for solidarity, bringing together all social partners, labor, communities, employers and governments, not only to combat the virus, but as we build our economies to ensure that we tackle the systemic problems of unemployment, poverty and inequality for a better future for all. Thank you and stay safe.